In Business Central 2026 release wave 1, which came in on 1st of April, we have the ability to connect to the administration center using the MCP server for administration, for Business Central administration, and it is in version 1. So operations that we'd ideally need to log in and context switch, maybe to go to notification recipients, go to Entra ID apps, look at telemetry operations, capacity, look at the specific environments, the risks that could be involved. They have now been simplified in a way that now we can actually connect to the admin MCP server, and the API base URL is mcp.businesscentral.dynamics.com/admin/v1. And this URL, you can use it either in Visual Studio Code or in any other model or tool that supports the MCP server, maybe like Copilot Studio.
Hii ni Tech na Msangi ya jishinde.com.
And imagine you have 50 environments or 15 environments or a big number of environments that are connected with your account as an administrator that you can manage. Then the MCP server becomes really valuable. Even if it's one environment, still very valuable to help you with issues such as governance and compliance, risk analysis, decision support, decision ready snapshot, and many others. So using the same Entra ID account that you log in into the administration center, this is what you can do now for this MCP server. And so here I'm using Visual Studio Code with GitHub Copilot chat, and this is the chat session that is here. So what you go, once you install the extension here and the extension management, if you are new to Visual Studio Code, extension management, install GitHub Copilot chat. Install GitHub Copilot chat, and once you install GitHub Copilot chat, you have access to this MCP server. And once you do that, then you will have this ability to actually now have the chat window here where you can configure tools. And the MCP server is an HTTP tool, so you just choose HTTP and you select that tool, and of course you can choose the MCP server. You can change the name. You can say whichever name that you want. You can either choose it to have it global, available in all workspaces, and it runs locally, or only this workspace. This means that if you choose global, for any instance of Visual Studio Code, we will have the tool available for you to select or use for context. So if you only need it to be private for your workspace, specific workspace for you to manage your administration, then you can go with the workspace. I'll go with the workspace in this case. And this is the MCP server. Not started yet. It's supposed to prompt me to log in. I haven't done that steps yet, but of course it when you start the server for this MCP server, it will prompt me to authenticate with my Microsoft account, but I don't want you to see my account, so I will not. Once you click allow, it will only select the Microsoft account that is the admin account, the same Entra, the account that has administration privileges to manage your admin center should be the same account used here. And if you're using a different account, maybe okay, and if it's not signed in, you can of course choose the work or school account and log into that account, and then you'll be able to access. For me, I will cancel. I don't want this to start. I will even go ahead and delete the MCP server because I have it already configured, and it shows that it has 42 tools that we can use. That we can prompt, let me say. So let's look at some of the tools that have been exposed as of this version of the MCP server for Business Central. And again, the other thing that I have pre-configured here is there are default approvals here that okay, it's in default approvals, but you can bypass approvals if you need to the tool to just go straight away without having to ask you anything. So I have done 42 tools, so it is smart enough to check the MCP server, of course, trying to get to this administration, and of course getting the 42 tools that we have the ability to get. So it is currently fetching all these environments and admin API accessibility areas and fetching the detailed Microsoft pages for environments and everything and notification. So what can you do with the MCP server? Of course, you can have from simple operations like list the available environments. You can look for session in and operation in review, like check for active sessions, running operations. You can have a storage snapshot, maybe show a quick snapshot of the storage usage versus allowed quota for this tenant and indicate whether I should be concerned. This is a very good prompt. Let's use this. So the storage quotas and indicate whether I should be concerned. So I think this prompt is not working well because we have not specified which tools. Okay, list the tools that because the MCP server, there are several MCP servers, the tech Namsangi, that the tech Namsangi MCP server has, like very specific to just this tech Namsangi, because I've named it tech Namsangi, and while configuring you can actually rename it while it works on it because we want this one, a snapshot of the storage. Should I be concerned? And of course here when you go to the extensions and you prompt at MCP, you can see the several other MCP servers that you can leverage on within Visual Studio Code, and these are available for you. And yeah, there we are for the extensions. And so these are the tools. Cancel active session, available tools. Yeah, list the 42 tools. I don't know why it's not listing, and it just listed for me, and I saw like them in a list, like get environments and everything. So now we can proceed to get maybe this prompt, because we have 42 tools like that we can manage, and it helps in context switching. What is it doing? Okay, let me stop this and go. Let me do a new session. Show a quick snapshot of the storage allowed versus for this tenant and whether I should be concerned. So it should detect the right MCP server. Let me see. So the user wants to see the storage. Okay, of course, now this is what is happening. It is choosing that get allowed quotas MCP server. So I can keep on allowing this, or I can either go to default approvals. Where is default approvals? Here, and say that I can bypass the approvals to, if I trust the MCP servers that I have allowed. If I need to be explicit and choose the exact MCP server line by line, then I can also do that. So you have like an allowed quota here. So I have 105 GB. So it's a test environment, so nothing much has been spent. So 0.8% of your total quota, 0.8, not even 1%. Okay, I think I should just store some data in this tenant, and otherwise you can get a summary of the governance, and so summarize the governance setup for this tenant, support contact, monitoring, notifications, license-based access, highlight gaps if any. So at times you don't know what gaps are available, and then you can actually use this to be able to see if there are any gaps. So you can have risk analysis, analyze my environment and apps, and tell me exactly where the biggest risk will be and why. Maybe a decision ready snapshot, like give me a decision ready snapshot for this tenant. What's healthy in the tenant, what's fragile, what needs actions, no noise, just what matters. And then maybe based on the environment sessions and storage posture, tell me what will hit limits first if usage spilled, and what I should fix preemptively. And of course you can look at operational maturity assessment. You assess the operational maturity for this tenant, governance, monitoring, update discipline and access model, and of course environment history, and check for active sessions, and such values, and such other prompts that you need. So okay, the summary here is support contact not configured, so it's high, add name, email, of course for the production, no notification recipients, add at least one, and M365 access disabled. So you can actually have a snapshot of a report. You can have it tabulate the risk and everything. So it's a very good tool when you think of it first. Okay, I can just do this admin environment, but remember context switching sometimes and decision making. This is a tool that you can give the right prompts and actually manage your administration better. I'll see you in the next video.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so that you don't miss the next one.